Hello, I'm Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens. Welcome to the SIAC Hall of Fame ceremony. Today we honor the 2023 SIAC Hall of Fame class. Congratulations to Alabama A&M 1993 Women's Track and Field Team, Representative Calvin Smyrie, the late Arthur McAfee Jr., Ernest McNeely, Drayton Florence, Jeffrey Henderson, and Alex Percival. These inductees have made outstanding contributions to our society, displaying integrity, sportsmanship, and honorable character. Our HBCUs represent a powerful legacy. Today's honorees are now forever part of that legacy, and we proudly join the SIAC in recognizing their extraordinary achievements. Thank you.
My name is Drayton Florence. I played at Tuskegee University from 2001 to 2003, and my sport of choice was football. Coach Carmody was the head coach there. He was very influential of, getting me into the school, getting me registered, getting me a scholarship, so that I would be able to go out and play football. I was letting one of the kids at my previous school, Tennessee Chattanooga, sleep on my couch, and his uncle was Coach Shivers. Coach Shivers is calling the apartment looking for him, and I answered the phone, and that's how the connection began. So if it wasn't for Coach Shivers, I would have never been enrolled at Tuskegee University. So I had a lot of expectations of being a very talented team, but I'll give you a funny story. As I walked up to the dorm to check in for summer workouts, the coach looked at me and looked at my parents and said, "You won't be here for 2 weeks." Because a lot of transfers would come in and they couldn't adjust to the heat, the conditions, and he thought I was going to follow that same role. So I was very nervous going in. I was named captain of the team going into my senior year, and I was also helping call the plays from the defensive coordinator to the team. So them thrusting me into that leadership role, I took a lot of pride in that. It's the same way I did when I played the game of football. So being able to take that leadership role and embrace it, making sure all my teammates were prepared throughout the week, was something that I took pride in. I think the legacy for me at Tuskegee is, number one, a great athletic player, the highest drafted player from Tuskegee University, which I hope somebody comes by and goes in the first round. And also just being a great person, being coachable, being respectful, being able to prepare yourself for what you're trying to take on is very important. And I would always use the preparation, inspiration for what I did playing football, studying my opponents, studying the quarterbacks, studying the offensive coordinators. The more you prepare, the better off you're going to be, and the more you're going to reach the goals that you set for yourself. I can still remember my first day on campus, and to think that it would end up here in the SIAC College Hall of Fame was one of the things that was not on my list. So this is very, very, very amazing. I'm very proud, and I'm just glad that my family is going to be able to see this moment, and we can celebrate and enjoy this together.
Hi, my name is Jeff Henderson. I competed at Stillman College as a track and field athlete. I was the first one to graduate college in my family. And my mom always told me to, finish school first for anything, track, sports, football. I want you to finish school first. So I always kept that in the back of my mind. So no matter how much debt I have, I will finish school. And that came first, and I made sure I did that. During this process of being at Stillman or all my colleges, I sprinted the majority of my career, and I never really jumped at all the whole time I was sprinting, the whole time I was in college. Jumping came really after college. So I was just sprinting a whole lot, maybe too much in my opinion, but it helped out after my career. I enjoyed the Olympic Games, I enjoyed my trip, I enjoyed each and every part of it, but me personally, when I got done, I was like, oh, thank God I'm done with this, but I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the open ceremony, I enjoyed the medal ceremony, every bit of it. For me personally, I just want to go home. Just don't give up, don't give up. I feel like you don't know what your ending will be unless you try. The only thing I did was just kept on trying. And to be that Hall of Fame from SIAC, it's still kind of dawned on me. Honestly, I'm still kind of surprised about it. I put a lot of work in. I'm honored. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud to be here.
My name is Alex Percival. I represent Morehouse College and I play football there. So I wasn't gonna go to Morehouse. I was gonna go to a big East school. But my father, who's kin to Rosa Parks, and Dr. King and Rosa Parks were very good friends. And she told my dad about Morehouse College. And that's how it started. So I came to visit Morehouse and I didn't see certain things that I wanted to see. However, I wanted to please my father. So I went ahead and signed with Morehouse. And the rest is history. One thing about Morehouse, they will give you the best of the best. I mean, you got great professors, you got great people who are concerned about your well-being. And I had tutors, people who helped me to achieve, I guess you would call that. And the thing is about Morehouse is that when you get there, it's not about Morehouse per se, it's about you. And they make you realize that, it's not like Morehouse is the catch-all. You gotta perform yourself, so you're in competition with yourself rather than Morehouse. You looked upon as a truly student athlete, which I embrace. I felt like this is what I'm here to do. I promised my mom that I would get my degree. My mother died my freshman year in college, and that was a tragedy because I made some promises to her, and one was to get my degree, and I did. And as well as when I got drafted, it made me feel like I owed that to her. I think that I would basically tell a child that wants to go to Morehouse is that you gotta understand that you're not just at any school. You're at a school that got history. And being that it has a history and the legacy that it has, you don't shortchange Morehouse nor yourself. So, I've had a great career playing against competition that was, people say, well, you're not playing in anybody, you're not playing anyone, but that's not true. I think that football is football, no matter where you go, what you do, who you're playing against. And if you got enough heart that you want to be great, you will work on it. And that's what I wanted to do. The Hall of Fame, all those 134 catches I made helped me to get here. And I'm glad because I'm still on the shoulders of those guys I played ball with, my teammates. And I appreciate what they did to help me to achieve this goal, because without them, I wouldn't be here.
My name is Sylvia McAfee. I'm the youngest daughter of Arthur James McAfee Jr., head basketball coach, athletic director, Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. He and my mother attended PTSA. He attended, school field trips. He was there for not just me and my brother and my sister, but other kids in the neighborhood. I just remember things like he would pick us up take us out to Six Flags. He would pick us up, take us to go see Muhammad Ali, stuff like that. But the most important part was he was my dad, and spoiled rotten to the core. I just didn't want for anything. He was just that guy. And what I come to find out as well is that he was that guy to a lot of the kids on the Morehouse College campus. My dad was an educator first. Every student athlete on the campus of Morehouse College had to go through him. You had to go to class. You had to do what you had to do in that classroom, or you had to make the grade. If you didn't, we had a problem. He also was big on character. He taught these young men how to be responsible, know the right things to do. If you make a mistake, be accountable for it, and just to be an all-out good citizen.
I'm Cheryl McAfee, and I am the oldest niece of Arthur J. McAfee Jr. I think that the legacy, one of the biggest legacies that he leaves, is that what he instilled in his students and what he instilled in the university. It was so important to him that he drive and instill in others qualities to be good stewards of the college, of their lives, and of the country.
This mentorship, this coaching, this educator that he was, it came naturally. And it's an honor to call my father a Hall of Fame athletic director, basketball coach. I want the SIAC to remember my father as an educator first, a mentor, a great guy, fantastic husband, father, brother, uncle, grandfather. He was just an all-out good guy. And with his infectious smile, every once in a while, I think about him looking down on us and looking at the fruits of his labor and saying, wow, yeah, you guys are doing great, and we'll go from there. That's Arthur McAfee. That's my dad.
Hello, my name is Ernest McNeely. I'm president at Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina, and I also serve as the chair of the SIAC President's Council. When I arrived at Alabama State from a colored waiting room, I ended up getting a work-study job in the gymnasium, which led to my getting a position with the football program to essentially serve as a kind of behind-the-scenes trainer. I would run off plays on the mimeograph machine and would make certain that things were where they were supposed to be. But then, of course, I started to observe and really be impressed by the organizational principles that were very apparent from watching it come together, if you will. I had spent maybe 6.5 years on the NCAA President's Council. At that time, probably the longest serving president because the limit is 6 years. So I was actually working here out of Atlanta. I had an office on Peachtree Street. Probably the second day I was there, I had a former football player come to visit, and he told me the sad tale of the university losing its football program, and would I help them get it back? Suffice it to say, there were 4 board members who had been athletes in the SIAC in years past. And so they were very much in favor of it. And we started planning, and from the beginning of planning until we played our first game was less than a year. There was a ripple effect with regards to not only football, But the other students who decided to enroll, obviously if you have a football program, you have to have a marching band program. And so we had to start the marching band program, and you need a cheering squad. And so the makeup of the student body started to change. And it prompted us to move forward with other sports that had been either not present or dormant. And so it's an important part of not only the NCAA, but of the black community writ large. The legions of individuals who've gone on to lead, to serve others, and to make a difference. It's certainly beyond question from the SIAC, and to be selected for its Hall of Fame is indeed gratifying.
Hello, my name is Calvin Smyre, and I'm chairman of the Fountain City Classic, Inc. A group of citizens in Columbus came together and started talking about this game, and Fort Valley and Albany State playing each other in Columbus, and started off as an idea that they could get away from the home and home, and have a bigger venue and a bigger capacity for the game. And now 33 years later, it's a wonderful concept for the city of Columbus, Georgia, to have two HBCUs playing a football game there in the community. And it's more than a game, it's a gathering where we get, for a full week, get graduates from both institutions and corporate community and the general population to participate in what has become a weekend of activities in Columbus, Georgia. HBCUs, they try to seek out the inner you. They try to bring out the best in you. And it's almost like finding a diamond in the rough. They try to sharpen it and polish it and make it, so that's what Fort Valley did for me. The SIAC is something that I totally believe in and have worked with over the years. And now to see the work that we have done on the Fountain City Classic, I'm truly honored that the work that I've done is being recognized. We're helping out not only the community and state, but workforce development, intellectual capital, and trying to retain that capital and that intellectual might in the state of Georgia, and that's what it's all about.
My name is Joseph Henderson, former women's track coach for Alabama A&M University, and the team that's going to the Hall of Fame tonight is the 1992 and 1993 NCAA champions. The girls, they were determined, determined to win. They had to do 3 jobs. They had to come in top 5 in 3 events, and when you look at the book and see they did, all of them did that. So they fought hard. I never had to get on them about the way they worked. Anytime I get to a track meet, everything changed with them. So they wanted to win. And when you get that deep down inside to win, that beats anything else you can put on the table. There are people who will recognize what you've done and give you some credit for it if you do it in the right way. And I hope it's continue to influence other athletes to strive hard, to do your best while you're in school. You can be what you want to be, but you got to work for it. Talent is one thing, but if you don't put no work to talent, you just got good talent wasted. The Hall of Fame for these athletes mean the world to me because it tells me that as they competed, they've done the best among the people that they were dealing with, and the world can see that these are some people who gave their best, and they can be an inspiration to other athletes who are coming along.